Hi everyone, welcome to George's Library. Today we're going to talk about Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Brave New World was published in 1932 and it presents a vision of a future dystopian society. The novel was very controversial because of its subject and it's still on the list of the most banned novels ever written. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that is being explained and happened in this novel. The amount of information, the choice of words, and the comprehensive style of writing can be quite overwhelming, forcing you to reread certain paragraphs just so you can comprehend the intention behind the text. But here goes. The novel presents a society where emotions and individuality are conditioned out of children at a young age. Everything revolves around science and efficiency. The first part of the book starts with a group of students that are visiting the, wait for it, Central London Hatchery and Conditioning Center. This is the building where children are being created outside of a womb and cloned in order to increase the population. The embryos found within tubes and incubators receive a different amount of chemicals and hormones in order to be conditioned into predetermined classes, therefore sorting out the system of the world. So the embryos selected for a higher class receive an amount of chemicals that are meant to perfect the future citizen both mentally and physically, while the ones selected for a lower class are altered in that sense. This way, they're separating the future leaders from the future laborers. Soon after this long and overwhelming introduction, we get to know our main protagonist and the relationships between them. Bernard Marx is an alpha in charge of the psychology section. He was born a little shorter than the rest of his peers, therefore making him a little bit more self-conscious. Ultimately, this makes him think and question the system, and society starts labeling him as an outsider. He is in love with Lenina, and together they decide to visit the Savage Reservation so they can spend some time together. This is where they find John and Linda, and find out that Linda used to be a member of the World Society, but because she ended up being pregnant with John, she refused to return out of shame. John's father got lost from her in a storm and never returned to find her. John grew up in the reservation, but never really fully adapted. Bernard decides to bring them both back to civilization, and this is where the rest of the story unfolds. The book is in most part a futuristic reproduction of The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Shakespeare's work also inspires the title of the book, and it does have a big role within the story, particularly in the development of John's character. The book is filled with philosophical debates questioning the existence of God, the necessity of nature, and the sacrifices required to maintain a fully happy society. The end of the book brings a question. If technology turns unhappiness to the simple state of a right in a society, will an individual entitled to this right be able to withstand and hold his ground when facing the crowd of happy people? In truth, this novel made me question many times throughout my read if the society presented is really that bad. This is a world with no disease, no old age, no sadness, a place where everybody belongs to everybody. Is it that bad? Could you resist the temptation of being a part of it? If you like my reviews and if you want to find out about more books in my library, then please subscribe. I wish you a great week. Don't forget to stay safe and keep on reading. See you next time.